And that's my dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. First carry for Nick Chubb. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Into the secondary again. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. On first down, it's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Walker from the gun on third down. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Counter play with Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Walker. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Malik Harrison
leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers got his man there complete to Gallup.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And a throw there are going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Play action. Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Jacob Harris.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. It's brought in by Harris. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, this offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season. Sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers dumps this to his running back, Chubb. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left. And that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Walker.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Bengals 23, Ravens 7.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Walker. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Walker now. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This will be caught inside the 10. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here's Rodgers to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun, so they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, now Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Buying time to his left. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jacob Harris with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. And Walker now to throw on 1st down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This, the 2nd meeting of these 2 teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Play action now. Walker out to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And working out of the gun here, Walker. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
From the 25 on second down, Walker. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Walker. Flushed out right. This is caught. It's Woods. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Walker's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he's got some space here. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Off the play fake, Walker.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
A 1st down throw for Walker.
Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
And they go play action. Here's Walker.
That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey, go.
Now Walker.
And Allen's got it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
To throw is Walker.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
On 1st and 10, Walker.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw again on 2nd down, Walker.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Walker.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for Baltimore. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down, Walker.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw again on 2nd down, Walker.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Walker from the gun on third down. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
125 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers rolling to his right. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 8. A big play there out of the running game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Walker. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Walker looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Walker looking to throw on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And again, it's Chubb. Oh, he bowls over him. Fights loose. And he'll go down at the 28. 182 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of